All right, guys, we're back. Welcome back to another another great episode of the Woke in Business podcast. And guys, again, for those that don't know, we are the woke money movement. We bring financial literacy resources to the Black and Brown community, and we developed this show to be able to highlight some of the greatest and brightest businesses and brands around the city. So today we have a very special guest because this guy here, he's doing big things. But as y'all know, per my custom, I'm not going to introduce him. I'm gonna let him introduce himself because I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want to say nothing wrong, and we're gonna go from there. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
I mean, what usually is always easier that you said than what you said about yourself, But my name is Rob SLATER. I am the CEO of Rob Slate Brands. We operate one restaurant and opening up another restaurant coming up in March. It'll be the first Italian restaurant operated and owned by an African-American chef. Excited about that. And I'm also a candidate for U.S District 18 congressional run coming up. So running for Congress, building restaurants, making connections happen. And yeah.
Awesome. So I was fortunate to come out to your meet and greet the other day. And it was very moving because, at the end of the day, like you have a story, like this great story, about how all of this, came about. And not to be, too long-winded or whatever the case may be, but what makes a brother decide, you know what, I'm running for Congress? Like how does that happen? Look.
Simple enough. It's not about being an inspiration, but when you have faced so many challenges in life, you've come accustomed to creating your own doors, your own way. And that's kind of just a story of my life. So I'm at a point now that, first and foremost, I was incarcerated for 10 years. I was a young knucklehead, a statistic. And for the last 10 years, I was a success. And the opportunities that was not there, I created my own. I couldn't get certain jobs, so I created a job creating entities. So I always say on the last notice that legally, yes, I could run for Congress, but I can't get an apartment in my name. So being an inspiration to 33% of African-American men, which has dealt with the criminal justice system, that you get a chance every day to rewrite your life and being an example. So it's pretty
awesome. So you said that you are opening a restaurant, so first of all, you said you manage a restaurant. What restaurant are you referring to?
Some directive operations for Quad Restaurant and Lounge and the Den Cigar Lounge located at 4608 Alameda. It is the largest property on Alameda outside of that turkey leg hut place. But it's an elevated restaurant and a premium cigar lounge. Yeah.
Okay. So, but speaking of that, I think this is a fine opportunity for me to mention that at this very spot, we will be hosting our first Wind Down Wednesday of the year. So thank you, Rob, for giving us that opportunity to come in and host the Woke Money Movement Wind Down Wednesday event. So we will be there. What was the address again? Plug it. Look.
4608 Alameda.
Okay, 4608 Alameda. We're going to be there this Wednesday from 7 to 9, where we will bring the Woke Money Wine. And we also kind of speak financial literacy in a more laid back and a more, comfortable environment. So thank you so much, Rob, for that opportunity as well. So you said that you manage the restaurant. And also, you were saying that you're opening up a restaurant. How did you get into that space as being the restaurant?
So I operate a restaurant.
Okay.
It's a little bit different.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Getting in, I'm a certified executive chef, and every job that I have has always been like the first black, and that's getting old. And as you may know, when you start a business, you go get a loan, a small business loan, and typically you have to have a guarantor, and that guarantor for that loan has to have a 2,000 credit score. So culturally speaking, we don't have a lot of access to that. And Houston is the number one city in the country that has LLC registrations, but we are at the bottom as far as funding and resources and incubation programs. So now we have a city full of hustlers. Everybody got an LLC, and we just trying to make it. So as you hear my opponents talk about healthcare and all these other things, which are great, entrepreneurship is actually the number one pillar in my campaign, and bringing in funding and resources to really elevate you, to take you to that next level. So like Woke Money, that teaches financial literacy. If we create a campus where we have 1,000 small businesses that's learning the game, then I could bring in Goldman Sachs and Merrill Lynch and create our own Shark Tank, because we're educating and mentoring these small business loans to mitigate that risk that the bank is afraid to take. So I'll spend my money there all day.
Awesome. So I just want to make sure that I heard you correctly. So basically you're trying to create pretty much your own ecosystem. And it kind of remind me, like, I know that this is so old school, but for us, by us, man, like for real, like, I mean, in essence, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting.
It exactly it is. And you may have heard, my last job, I made $230,000 a year, but I was living off of $200 a month. I literally slept in my car. I was homeless. And because I had to take 98% of my income to build a $2 million restaurant that nobody will loan me money for. So that's what I mean by nothing is impossible. You wake up, you have a new opportunity, create your own universe.
I love it. I love it. And that's kind of like the preface. Like that's why this interview is so divine, and I'm so appreciative for it, because that's the preface of Woke Money. You know, at the end of the day, you know, like you said, just doing your own. Like, if they ain't gonna give it to you, you know, or not even that. I think, in my opinion, that there's just a lot of information that's gate kept. Like, either they gatekeep, or you got to pay so much money to get a little slither of the information. So what I wanted to provide with Woke Money is like, no, come on in. The water is fine. You know, let's do this. And then now we have the wine element, because it just kind of like, okay, we don't have to be suited and booted all the time. We don't have to come in our Sunday best. Like, we can come and just have a conversation. Everything don't have to always be, you know, so on. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And we're so transactional.
Yeah.
You can go to certain families that's not of the hue of us, and the first thing, oh, you need this, let me call such and such. You need a lawyer, you need a judge, I'm gonna call. That's what power really lies, is in your network. But we're so in the instant, in the moment, that I'm spending my time, I'm gonna charge you dollars. I gave you $20, or I'll put you on, to where we only see the smallest of pictures, right?
Wow.
Let me reiterate. I just told you that I'm running for Congress. Anybody that's seeing this just want to connect and to transactional services, because to be able to pick up a congressman and call for resources, that is more than your bank account.
For sure.
But you can't educate that. But some people get that. Unfortunately, some don't.
And that's why I was just saying, like, I appreciate you saying that, because that's the truth. That's a connection that, like, to say, oh, let me make that. Your network is your net worth, man. You know, so at the end of the day, that is invaluable. But let's talk about it. So, running for Congress, I know that you said that you have some different pillars that you're focusing on. Can you tell, you know, the viewers, especially for those that are in District 18 that may, you know, consider you as a candidate, is there something specific that you want them to know that you vouch for, and who you are as a candidate?
Absolutely. So my campaign is from a statistic to a success equals solution. So entrepreneurship is number one. Working with small business and HUD to take some of the land and build campuses. Education shouldn't be between the age of 18 to 24, college, and that's it. Your biggest wealth builders started their business in age of 40 and 50. So creating a campus for those businesses to come and learn those things with subsidized rent is big in the entrepreneurship realm. Healthcare. I'm not going to tell you sweet nothings. Healthcare is an issue. I believe in universal healthcare, but also want to take a step further. Let's talk about how in District 18, every square mile, there's an average of 2 pawn shops. There is a quick and fast payday loan with 1,000% interest, and there's 4 liquor stores, but there's only 4 Whole Foods in the entire district, which is the largest population district in Houston. So let's talk about preventative and healthy choices that's affordable to a family that's towards the poverty line. I always say that, how come my naturally grown lettuce that's organic is more than this pesticide chemical based? Then those chemicals cost, that should be more expensive. So talking about healthy living to prevent those things. Community investment. Aren't you tired of potholes? Scott Street is like a roller coaster. But on Upper Kirby, it's like you rolling on a highway. It's so smooth. So your environment affects your mental health for our children. If they're in an environment that is inspiring and safe, they will view the world as such. And criminal justice reform is very important to me. We talk about being tough on crime. That's dog whistle, getting tough on Black people. So let's talk about when they come out of prison. Texas has 4,500 restrictions against people that's incarcerated. I told you earlier, that's 30% of the Black population. That's 1 in 3 Black men that's restricted. So if this man can't get housing or funding, I will propose a national bonding program similar to healthcare that former convicted inmate or whatever will buy into monthly, and it protects them, meaning that if you as a business owner that gave that man a job or housing, if damages are accrued by taking on that chance, then you can file a claim and get compensated for your loss, but we're going to protect them, give that opportunity. And then educational, pre-K until junior college, I believe should be free, point blank, period. And then veterans, we want more than a thanks for your service. It makes no sense why the suicide rate is high and people come back from defending their country and killing for their country to come back into their country and kill themselves. So we need to take care of these heroes. And I want to go as far as to say they should be exempt across all federal taxes. They paid the ultimate price with their families. Why are they continue to pay? So
facts.
We just go a step further in our issues.
Okay. And that all, and this ain't no shade or no whatever, but it all sounds good, but how, if elected, how do you make sure that these things actually get done?
Because you're going to see me. You're not going to see me just at election time like some folk. You're not going to see me waiting in line at the State of the Union shaking president's hand while HISD is being taken over. You're not going to see me when I need you. We're going to be transparent. We're going to have virtual town halls, and you're going to hold me accountable. On day one, I'm not going to start running for the second term. If I don't do a good job, I'm not going to run again. It should be term limited. So working with the people, and like as business, as you know, my network would not let me fail, or they'll hold me accountable. But right now, the establishment is so enshrined. They're protecting these powerhouses. They won't let you and I in. That's why they won't pass it from an older generation to the new generation. They're not ready for us.
Got you.
So we got to take it.
Got you. So for those, that want to support you and things of that nature, and I'm gonna let you speak on that, but I remember you saying, like, hey, with the background, you can't even support your own campaign. You get what I'm saying? So talk about that element, and why it's so important for us to get behind you financially.
Got you. It sucks because though I'm able to, I can't donate to my own campaign because of a criminal record. So I have to get it out the mud. So from $5 to, 500, whatever, we definitely need those resources. But it doesn't have to be only finance. Sign up. If you have a network, reach out to me, and we could do a virtual town hall. You bring 5 or 10 of your family, friends, and network. I'll get on the Zoom and we can talk about those things that's important to you. Everything is not transactional. Join the movement. This will be a coalition. Win, lose, or draw. On the back end, we will have created a coalition of a younger generation of entrepreneurs to where the future elections, they're going to have to come through us for our endorsement to get elected.
Facts. I love it. I love it. So, with that being said, we just want to say that thank you, for being you. Because one thing that I can say is, regardless, you going to pull up, you going to make a way. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not like a really political person and all that other stuff, but this is a man that I do get behind and I vouch for, because what he say is real. He ain't just on here just shucking and jiving, as one might say. Like, you pull up, you open doors, it ain't never like, oh, Cat, well, you got to do this if I do that. It's like, no, I got access, you got access. And I just feel like, at a certain point in life, that's how things should be, especially when it's reciprocal and when one hand is washing the other, for sure. So with that being said, we definitely are going to be honoring you, this upcoming June at the Woke Money Conference, because you are, that person of caliber that deserves that type of recognition. So we just want to say, like, just keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate it. And thank you also for giving Woke Money, a platform and a voice, because not just through the mixers, but, we were able to just have our 5 minutes of fame at your last, situation. So, we appreciate that. So I do, want to take a little quick turn for a moment, everything, because like I said, I'm a laid back person, that we ain't gonna be suited and booted in every moment. So we're gonna have a woke confession real quick, okay? All right. So my question to you is, do you feel like that you always gotta be on? And when I say on, I'm talking about, being running for Congress. Do you feel like you can't be your natural self? Or do you like, tell me about that element?
Can we cuss on here?
Yes, this is, look.
Fuck no. So record that, tell me the commercial. I don't give a damn. Like,
Okay.
seriously, I'm not gonna put on. I'm gonna be me.
Got
Speaking
you.
of which, I didn't get a glass of the wine.
Oh, well, see,
Yeah, I'm gonna call you
I
out. We're talking about confessional. I want a tippy sip.
I got,
Let's go.
I got you. No,
That's the problem. Is that all we are used to is showing our representative on Instagram, social media, political. People make money by telling you what you want to hear,
got
what
you.
you need to hear. So one thing about me is accountability. If I say I'm gonna do something and can't do it, I'm gonna tell you I can't do it. I'm gonna be accountable. My integrity is in key. You're not gonna have a leaked video of me cussing out somebody that I'm supposed to be leading. I don't demean people in somebody else's children in private. We're gonna tell it like it is. So in the confessional is, we need to represent being authentic. Let me say this here, and do not get this twisted. Donald Trump is one of the biggest threats to this society. However, he is so successful because there is a realness to him, that he connects to the people that vote for him, because he speaks their language unfiltered. If the Democrats don't wake the hell up and start getting real and stop being pretentious and high almighty, we're going to lose every damn race. People are hurting, people are suffering, and let's stop playing. Let's talk what's real, and not what's popular. So you could find us with standwithslater.com. All social medias is Stand with Slater. My phone number is 346-610-3772. Had that number for 10 years. That's this phone, the only phone. I'm not Mike Jones, but call me. That's my number. So we're very authentic, and I will fail. I will make mistakes. But we're gonna watch that together because we're human. So,
facts. And I appreciate that. So you go ahead and get your sip on. Look, look. No, but I appreciate that, because again, guys, for those that are listening, for those that are viewing this, this ain't no show. This is real. What he's saying is authentic. Like, if you call him, he's gonna pull up. Like, he's going to get on a Zoom. He's going to, definitely make sure that he does, what he says that he's gonna do. And that's why, like I said, we just really appreciate you, coming on this platform and doing what you do best. And that, like you said, that's just being authentic, and that's what I appreciate. So since you wanted to get your sip on, you got to tell everybody publicly what you think about the wine, especially him. Look, y'all, he is a chef, and he is very, very, very particular. That palate is super particular. So tell everybody what you think about the wine.
Yeah, like your previous guest says, yeah, this will definitely get you in trouble. It is strong, and what I like about it, it's pretty, but a man will respect it. That want a little kick and a punch, but it's not overbearing and powerful. It is enjoyable. It's you did a good job.
I appreciate it. Well, shout out to our girl Hope from Signature Sip. She, crafts the wine. So we appreciate that. And like I said, guys, if you're interested or you want to taste the wine, this Wednesday. We will be at the quad. Rob, you'll be there as well if you have time. I know.
Yes.
Okay, so Rob will be there. So that'll be a
Yes,
great
yes.
yeah, that'll be a great thing as well. If you want to come see him face to face and ask the hard questions, right? He will be there this Wednesday from 7 to 9 at the quad. And you said you had something else you wanted to mention?
Yeah, one last thing before I go on harsh time. On a political sense, and this is serious and important because we don't. This information is not getting to us. This country's $33 trillion in debt. Within the next 8 to 10 years, Social Security will run out. For
Mm.
people in our age demographic, that means that mom, dad, if they don't Social Security yet, it's going to be dependent on us. And then our kids have nothing. That $33 trillion in debt, the government got to get that. Meaning that your kids, if you look at your kids right now, your daughter, your son, and your children is going to have to pay that off. So as we talk about business and woke money, we got some other things coming. We got to awaken now and start representing. It's serious. It's serious, serious, serious. We are in trouble, and our generation is going to pay for it, and our children. So that's my lesson.
Rob, like
Yeah.
on some realness, like I'm glad that you said that because again, not to tie this back to woke money, but it is about woke money because you on my platform. But anyway, no, but seriously, that's what I mean, that's the whole preface. So like everybody's like woke. No, it's like physically, like wake up because at the end of the day, I could teach you how to make a million, but if you're not mentally open or woke to receive it, then it's falling on shallow ground, right? And so that's why the woke money conference, guys, I'm not, again, this ain't me trying to plug it, but this is just the realness of it. That's why the woke money conference is so important, and you need to make sure that you are there because that's what we're doing. We're giving you the resources, we're giving you the tools to go ahead and wake up your money. We're calling this honestly a wealth revival, a financial revival, at the end of the day, because we perish because of the lack of knowledge, you know what I mean? And when people are trying to give you that knowledge, like it don't make sense to me, you know what I'm saying, that people will not show up. Like the Wind Down Wednesday events that we have, we give free workshops. We are partnered with Chase Bank. We give free information, free workshops, free financial literacy. And guess what? We got to bring some wine to the table just to get people to come out. You know what I mean? So hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna do what I have to do. But that just to piggyback off what Rob said, it's serious, guys. So if you want a piece of the pie, if you want to have something to pass down in legacy, it's time to wake up and really, this is serious now, so woke money is definitely going to be your advocate. But just to repeat, just in case they didn't catch it, if they want to connect with you, if they want to support what you got going on, tell us one more time how we do so.
StandWithSlater.com. All social media is StandWithSlater. And my personal phone number is 346-610-3772. As the young lady spoke earlier on Google, you can find me on Robert Slater Jr. on Google or Chef Rob Slate. But just reach out, connect, and I will definitely reach out back.
Awesome. Well, again, we appreciate you, for joining us tonight. Thank you guys for everyone that's tuned in right now. I see that we have some people, tuned in, watching us. You can listen in. We are televising this as well. So we definitely appreciate the love and support. And we're in the process, look, with our people of getting the website up and running because we have the podcast now and other things that we want you guys to be able to stay connected with us and definitely keep it going. But just before we leave, just make sure that you stay connected with Woke Money, so you can follow us at Woke Money Movement on Instagram, the Woke Money Movement on Facebook. I never plug myself, but if you want to follow me, I'm at MSCAT TV on Instagram, and on Facebook it's Miss Cat TV. No, just Miss Cat, not Miss Cat TV, but Miss Cat. You can find me there. And next week, guys, I will be taking over the show. So I'm gonna have someone come in and actually interview me, and I'm gonna give my story and just kind of tell everybody about how we got came up with woke money, how this all came about in the first place. So make sure that you guys stay connected with us. Shout out to Flume TV, shout out to GMC Radio, the whole team. Ryan got my back, but shout out to everybody. But check us out every single Monday from 8:30 to 9:30. You can find us here, and we're going to be giving you the woke in business. So y'all have a great night, and we'll catch you next week.